everybody.
I gotta go on the other side.
Everybody get ready.
We're never ready.
Well, you know, then do what we need to do.
What are we doing?
This is our first movie review.
We're about to review It, Chapter 2. How about that?
What are we reviewing?
All right. Now that we've gotten everything set up,
this is going to be a spoiler-free review
So don't tell
of
people
It
what
Chapter
happens.
2.
Okay.
So we shouldn't tell them,
I know we know the joke you're about to say.
No.
but
No.
Superman does not die at the end.
So don't give away any actual parts of the movie, yet review the movie.
I mean,
Yes.
my favorite part was where Professor X and Apocalypse were fighting in his mind.
Apocalypse
I
was in
mean, I just like seeing the Old Spice Man get some work.
It was
you
the Old
said-
Spice Man. I was
No, it
wondering.
wasn't. That wasn't him.
That was the Old Spice
That was
Man.
totally
That
him.
was Isaiah Mustafa.
I knew
No.
it.
It absolutely was.
Holy crap!
I called it in the middle. I was like,
Now, Rick,
I know that voice.
Right?
Google the movie.
I gotta Google the movie. Yeah.
Yep.
See who was in
so,
it.
Get some
All
IMDb.
right, just starting with Michael.
so starting with
Like
Michael,
it or not?
It was a good movie. It was good. I mean, good little horror flick. Had the jump scares. Had some actual mental playing with you, some mentally, and I like that.
What was better, part 1 or 2?
I think I like part 2 better than part 1.
Okay, Holder. Speed round.
I hated every single minute of this movie.
He's not lying.
What was
There
better,
were
part 1 or part 2?
part 1 by far. This movie was worse than The Last Jedi.
All right, Ricky. I actually enjoyed it. I think part 2 was better. I like the story building, and I like the original twist in this one versus the old stuff. Jason?
I liked it. I liked the comedic relief that they stuck with from the first one. Kind of kept it going with this one, and the friends and two guys digging at each other and everything. I do think I like the first one a little bit better. You know.
All right, now that that's everybody in the car,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
everybody.
the new guy.
we're introducing
guy.
Oh, the new
Stefan.
guy. Hey.
Welcome, Stefan, to the channel.
Hello. Okay, so I don't have a first movie to reference. I didn't watch the first one.
The camera's trying really hard to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lean in. They're not going to bite you.
All right.
Oh, really? Play with the clown?
Why so serious?
Okay. Like it?
Wrong
Love it?
Okay, so I liked the second movie a lot. I never saw the first one, but
That's right.
if there's one type of movie that I love, it's a mixture of horror and comedy, and I think this definitely had it. I actually, one of my favorite movies is Dawn of the Dead, and I couldn't stop laughing at it. And this had a lot of comedy in it.
Okay.
So,
Now let's see how we can talk about this movie without ruining anything for the spoiler free.
The boat didn't sink.
I think the best thing that I can say about it is, as a movie, it worked. As the second chapter to It, if you have read the books, if you fondly remember the 90s miniseries, this is an atrocious train wreck of trying to follow along with that.
Okay. Before we get any further, let's do a poll in the car. Who has read the book?
I have.
Audiobook.
Okay,
That kinda counts.
That halfway counts.
So like 1.5 of us.
Ricky
Not
can't
sponsored
read,
by
but-
Audible. Yeah.
Yeah. Audible, reach out.
So 1.5 of us.
Okay, so 1.5 of you. How many of y'all have seen the 1990s miniseries?
Absolutely.
not
So
I.
three out of the 5 of us. I haven't read the book. I haven't seen the miniseries. Both are on my list to do.
I've
Just
never
haven't
seen
made it
any
to it yet.
reference to this. So this is the very first time I've ever seen anything. With
Who are turned on by clowns?
What?
What?
No.
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, that didn't happen.
Don't,
Sorry
don't pay
about that,
attention
guys.
to him, please.
All right, so again, how can we talk about this movie without spoiling anything and keep it quick?
Can we?
There's got to be something to say.
We can talk.
There's a lot of comedy.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of comedy.
There's a bit of comedy.
So it's
There's
fun.
some comedy. There's a few jump
There's definitely
scares.
some jump
Bill
scares.
Hader, amazing.
I think this one did.
When
have
is
a
Bill
lot
Hader
more
not amazing?
scary parts than the first one?
It had.
Not necessarily
I
scary,
don't think
but
so.
creepier.
And I think maybe that's due to the fact that we're following along adults.
versus
So
the kids.
we're trying to basically they're trying to put together something that's going to scare an adult as opposed to something that's scaring kid.
That is, I don't know
just-
that worked as well. It was
I don't-
okay. There was the mental games, like I said a little while ago. But I think I kind of agree with Holder that it's not scary for an adult.
This kind of reminded me of like a Mysterio type of movie. Where,
Messing with you.
yeah, messing with
Almost
their
seems.
minds.
I would almost say that this is more of a thriller than a horror.
Okay.
That's fair.
I can kinda see that.
There's not a lot of gore at all in the movie. Now there's one scene that is
Yes.
pretty gory, but not for the reason you would think it would be.
I would say the very first scene of the first movie's gorier than anything in this one. The
You-
kid
Yeah.
yeah, with the
ripped-
kid getting his arm
ripped
ripped
off.
off in the sewer drain.
Yeah.
That's
Wait, spoiler free, guys.
that was
This-
the
That
first
was from the
movie.
first
It's from
movie.
the first movie.
Okay, so
He hasn't seen it.
we're gonna wrap
We're not
up the
spoiling the
spoiler
second movie,
free.
not the
We're
first
gonna
one.
wrap this up before we
Hold
murder
on,
Ricky.
as an overall, like part 1 and 2.
As an-
It worked. I know you said it works.
As an overall part 1 and 2, it works. But I honestly believe that if they would have left the second one out, it would have been better.
I like the way they tried to give it a more solid ending. I'll say that much. I like the ending. It was a little bit cheesy, but I liked how they wrapped up the ending better. In my
So
opinion.
basically, I think what Holder's saying is the movie itself works if the book and the first miniseries didn't exist.
And if you're like
I
me,
don't think that's what he said. at
not
all.
being able to
No, I said I hated
actually
this movie and
see
everything.
any
Yeah,
other
that's what
movies,
he
any of
said.
the references, anything at all, I think you can easily pick up on.
Yeah, you're like a good dichotomy here. Like you don't know anything,
I have no idea about anything from the
and
past.
you
the history.
kind of liked it.
Well, I mean, I liked it a lot, but I think you can pick up the story really easy. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Well, there was
honestly.
enough flashbacks that if you hadn't
Okay.
seen the movie,
Okay,
you could
okay,
kinda
okay,
get
that's
okay.
I think
Now
we're
we're gonna
gonna
get to the juicy
We're gonna
stuff.
jump into
That's
the
enough.
spoilers. Talk to you in a little bit.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Hello,